各位现场长官以及贵宾好朋友们，谢谢您参与2020线上印度台湾形象展。我们的活动即将要正式开始了，我们邀请我们现场的贵宾长官尽速入座，同时再一次提醒您将手机调成静音或者震动模式。非常感谢您的配合。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taiwan Expo 2020 in India online. The event is about to begin. We invite all distinguished guests and our media friends to take your seats as soon as possible. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Huang, Deputy Director General Lee, and Deputy Minister Tian, and our friends online, Namaste, good afternoon. Welcome to the opening ceremony of Taiwan Expo 2020 in India online. I'm the host at your service today, Gladys Lee. So this event is co-organized by the Bureau of Foreign Trade and TAITRA. This year, due to COVID-19, we have put the Taiwan Expo India gone virtual, and of course features online webinars and business meetings to help global buyers and local suppliers combat the pandemic. I still remember vividly in 2018, I was following the TAITRA to New Delhi for the first launch of the Taiwan Expo there in New Delhi. It was truly a very successful event. So 3 years after, we ensure you this year will be as successful as it was. So from today, we have 3 days online Taiwan Expo in India. So of course, it will be a very successful event online. And today, for this big day, we have so many distinguished guests together with us. And of course, we go live to New Delhi, India. So we have our online friends to join us today. And now please allow me to introduce our distinguished guests today. We have so many people here together with us. So first of all, please join me in welcoming Chairman of Taiwan External Trade Development Council, Mr. James Huang. Please wave to everybody and also wave to our camera so our Indian friends can see us. Namaste. Thank you very much. And now let's welcome the Deputy Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs, Dr. Li Guanzhi. Welcome. And also we can say hi to the camera so our Indian friends can see us. And now let's welcome the Deputy Minister of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Tian Zhongguang. Namaste. And now let's welcome the legislator and also the chairwoman of Taiwan-India Parliamentary Friendship Association, Ms. Wu Yuqing. Welcome. And also it's my honor to introduce you the legislator, Ms. Wen Yuxia. Welcome. And now we would like to introduce you the chairman of Taipei World Trade Center, Dr. Zhuang Shouhan. Welcome. And also let's welcome the Director General of India Taipei Association, Dr. Gurankala Das. And let's welcome the President and CEO of TAITRA, Ms. Leonard Lin. And now I'm introducing you the Chairman of Taiwan-India Business Association, Mr. Oh Jingde. Welcome. And now let's introduce you the business figures today. The Chairman of Ankle Food Machine Corporation Limited, Mr. Oh Yangyu. Welcome. And the artist of the day, Mr. Ran Guangming. Welcome. And now I'm going to introduce you the Deputy Director General of India Taipei Association, Mr. Rikosi Shivanaminathan. Welcome. And the Vice Chairman of Daran Chemical Corporation, Mr. Huang Heqing. Welcome. And the Executive Vice President of TAITRA, Mr. Simon Huang. And the CEO of Abamani EV Technology Company, Ms. Gong Ziqi. Welcome. And the Chairman of BNF International Incorporation, Ms. Diana Liu. And also Mr. Kakul Shankar. Welcome. Namaste. And now we're going to introduce you the chairman of Chuanyi Technology Corporation Limited, Mr. Richard Huang. And also the founder of Indian Museum Taiwan, Mr. Jeffrey Wu. Welcome. And the county head of Tata Consultancy Services Taiwan ROC, Mr. Kadi Madawan. And also the Associate Director of Electronic Industry Association of India, Mr. Mani Kumar. Welcome. And then the last but not the least, we're going to welcome the Director of Marketing Division of Century Development Corporation, Mr. Manoki Karpatrini. Welcome. And now we're going live to New Delhi, India. We're going to introduce you our distinguished guests in India. So first of all, please join me in welcoming the representative of Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in India, Ambassador Ge Baoshen. Welcome, Ambassador. Thank you. And then we're going to introduce you the Secretary of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Sri Aji Pralanti Shivani. Welcome. And then it's the Executive Director of India Trade Promotion Organization, Mr. Raji Agrawal. Welcome. And then it's the Managing Director and CEO of Invest India, Mr. Diwakar Bagla. Welcome. So we have so many distinguished guests to join us today. And as you know, this will be the third edition of Taiwan Expo 2020 in India. So now we have a video to show you all the highlights for the past 2 years. Let's take a look. TAITRA, a big round of applause. For the past 2 years, we witnessed the strengthening of the brotherhood in between the two nations. So now, let me invite the following guests to go on stage to have a first group photo together. So in Taipei side, let's welcome Mr. James Huang, the chairman of TAITRA, on stage first. And also let's welcome Dr. Li Guanzhi, the Deputy Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, on stage. And also Mr. Tian Zhongguang, the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And also Mr. Gaurangala Das, Mr. Das on stage. So we have friends from India to join us to have the group photo conquering the geographical barrier. So now let's welcome Ambassador Ge Baoshen and also Sri Ala Shwani and Mr. Deepak Bagla and Mr. Rajas Agwa. So 8 distinguished guests, please look to the center of the camera together. We're going to have the first group photo. Okay, so we are going to have a namaste together. And have a namaste together. And let's look to the center of the camera together. And please look to your left side together. We have some media friends here. And the last one, look to the right side together. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Please take your seat. Thank you very much. And okay, so as we mentioned before, the previous Taiwan Expo was really a huge success. Everybody's are wondering what will be the highlights for this year, the third edition. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me again to welcome Mr. James Huang, the chairman of TAITRA, to have his welcome remarks and share with us the highlights of the year, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to Taiwan Expo India 2020, our flagship event for promoting Taiwan-India partnerships. I would like to begin by thanking the Ministry of Economic Affairs for sponsoring the Taiwan expositions in India since 2018 for 3 consecutive years. India and Taiwan are natural partners who can work together to build the world's digital future. And since our first Taiwan Expo that we held in New Delhi 2 years ago, we've seen tremendous progress achieved by the joint effort of our 2 countries toward growth and prosperity. In the face of COVID-19, we are more convinced than ever that India and Taiwan can work together to overcome not just the pandemic, but any challenge that comes our way. In fact, our visions for the future have long been closely aligned. Our plans, laid out by India's Act East policy and Taiwan's New Southbound policy, are highly complementary to increase economic and cultural exchange and to develop long-term sustained prosperity. And that's why we are here, to facilitate the development of our partnership. And the success of the 2018 and 2019 Taiwan Exposition in India proved that our partnership can be highly fruitful. And this year, the unexpected COVID-19 pandemic has only further highlighted the importance of our partnership. This global crisis calls for us to step up our cooperation with each other and with other like-minded countries to restructure our supply chain, to make our supply chains stronger and resilient against similar future threats. It is foreseeable that in the coming years, India and Taiwan, 2 technology powerhouses and natural economic partners, will unlock the vast potential of the Indian economy in all areas, including manufacturing, medicine, and technology. In terms of manufacturing, we are already seeing Taiwan's manufacturing companies making long-term plans in India. And this is not just a trend for large enterprises. More and more small and medium-sized companies are also considering to partner up with India for their production operations. In terms of medicine and healthcare, we are also seeing strong growth and momentum in India-Taiwan medical exchange and cooperation. Earlier this year, we helped to connect over 10,000 Indian health and medical professionals with Taiwan's leading medical experts to share and exchange anti-COVID-19 experience, knowledge, and resources through online seminars and meetings. As we continue to fight to end the pandemic, Taiwan is also continuing to contribute to the fight by providing world-class medical supplies, rapid test kits, and very soon vaccines. And of course, Taiwan is eager to partner up with India to put an end to this pandemic for good. Last week, Time magazine named 2020 as the worst year ever. But we must move forward. 2020 is the year for digital transformation. We are making incredible changes to the way we live, work, study, and play. And there is no going back. 2020 as the year of digital transformation is opening up global market opportunities for the combined software and hardware technology expertise of India and Taiwan. And technology has always been the star of Taiwan Expo. Technology and innovation. For Taiwan Expo India 2020, we are bringing you Taiwan's latest technology and innovations in 6 major areas: smart tech, premium selection, precision industry, medical and healthcare, lifestyles and beauty, and charming Formosa. As you are seeing, for this year's Taiwan Expo, we are coming to you digitally and with the power of technology. This year, we are delivering to you a bigger show with an even bigger experience. We are setting up 10 themed pavilions to fully showcase the best and the latest from Taiwan, including the Taiwan Excellence Pavilion, the Taiwan Global Anti-COVID-19 Pavilion, the Taiwan Functional Textile Pavilion, and the Taiwan Product Center Pavilion. Through the power of virtual exhibition technology, you can experience online all the best and the latest innovations and products, as well as sights and sounds that Taiwan can offer. We are also bringing you online virtual meeting rooms to connect you with all the exhibitors and facilitate business matchmaking. Over the next 3 days, we will be hosting over 650 meetings to connect 340 companies, 220 from India and 120 from Taiwan, to explore win-win business opportunities of the future. The future of Taiwan and India are closely connected. Together, we can create a healthy, safe, and secure digital future for the world we live in. So, for now, my friends, welcome to Taiwan Expo India 2020. And I hope you would all enjoy our show. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Huang, for the brilliant introduction. Thank you very much. We are all looking forward for the online exhibition and all the pavilions. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcome and invite Mr. Tian Zhongguang, 外交部次长, the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, on stage to have his remarks. Let's give him a round of applause again. Thank you very much and welcome, Mr. Tian.
Wow. Chairman James Huang of the Taiwan External Trade Development Council, Legislator Wen Yijing, Chairperson of Taiwan-India Parliamentarian Friendship Association of Legislative Yuan, Legislator Wen Yixia, and Dr. Zhuang and Dr. Li from Board of Foreign Trade, and DG Das of India-Taiwan Association, and also the chairman of TAITRA, all the distinguished guests, and also the friends in India, the representative Gobao Xuan of Taipei Economic and Cultural Center there, and Sri Ajay Prakash Soni, Secretary of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. and all the leaders of business communities in Taiwan as well as in India. Namaste in India and good afternoon in Taiwan. Let me firstly thank the TAITRA to invite me to participate in this very, very significant event. I've stayed in India for the last 7.5 years. I left India about 4 months ago amidst the worst scenario of COVID-19. But I think COVID-19 will not stop us from keep on going forward. Realizing the importance and the potential of the India market, TAITRA has preemptively established 4 offices in India to better serve Taiwanese businesses and to play the bridges between Taiwan and India business communities. And during my tenure in India, I personally witnessed firsthand the benefit of TAITRA contribution to India. In the post-pandemic era and the end of the election of US president, we are likely to see a reconstruction and restructuring of global supply chains. In response to the trend, I think the Indian government is seeking collaboration with Taiwan through various new schemes and policies. And India hopes to reposition itself as a global hub for manufacturing. And Taiwan is very likely and very willing and able to share our experience with India. The great potential cooperation between Taiwan and India has prompted many Taiwanese businessmen and to announce their plans to expand their investment. This is just one of the ways we hope to build the closer ties with India and thereby enhance mutually beneficial collaborations. India is also one of the key partners of Taiwan's new southbound policy, which aims to promote economic cooperations as well as people-to-people and educational exchange. President Tsai Ing-wen's new southbound policy and Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi's Act East policy are complementary to each other. Both can leverage to expand and explore business opportunities and the cultural partnership between Taiwan and India. Over the past 2 years, the Taiwan Expo in India has successfully boosted cultural, tourism, and educational between our 2 countries. It has been an honor for me to participate the last 2 years' event. I've been very impressed by their creativities and diversity, which encourages business cooperations, increase India's understanding of Taiwan. And this year, although the international travel is restricted, I'm delighted that we can still be connected through this innovation online event. I think the event will provide a platform for product display and industrial exchange and offer opportunities to connect suppliers and buyers beyond Taiwan. It is one of the largest trade expos and exhibitions in the world, showcasing a range of ICT, green products, auto parts, EV, medical devices, agriculture, food, and more. And these are the trendy and the very timely topic for further bilateral cooperations. In closing, I wish today's event every success and all the participants the best of health and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Deputy Minister Tian. Thank you very much. And now we are going live in New Delhi in India. So we are going to introduce you the distinguished guests from India and will be online with us to have his remarks. Let's welcome Sri Ajat Prakash Shuani, the Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, to give us his remarks. Welcome.
Ni hao, a very good afternoon to my friends in Taiwan, Mr. James Wang, Mr. Chung Kung Tien, Mr. Gauranglal Das, Dr. Lee, and many other friends who are present at this occasion. My friends from India, very good morning, Mr. Deepak Bagla, Mr. Rajesh Agarwal, and Mr. Boshwam Gair, representative of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in India, and many other friends who have joined in. It's a great pleasure to address the delegates at the Taiwan Expo 2020, organized by TAITRA, Bureau of Foreign Trade, Taiwan. Our bilateral relationship has been moving extremely well. The bilateral trade has grown almost sixfold from 1.2 billion US dollars in 2001 to around $7.5 billion in 2019. During April 2000 to December 2019, FDI inflows, equity inflows from Taiwan have been fairly good. Last year, the FDI equity inflows from Taiwan have continued and are growing in momentum. And Taiwan today is the 38th largest contributor to FDI equity inflows to India. We hope that in the coming years, we will see a much larger inflow of equity and investment. India and Taiwan exhibit tremendous synergies in the field of electronics. Taiwan is a major investor in Asian countries and has significant horizontal and vertical FDI in several countries in the region. India, on the other hand, is looking to attract more FDI to cover current account deficit and to boost its manufacturing sector. Taiwanese companies have successfully set up global production networks, and India wants to be a part of the global production supply chain and attract high-value manufacturing into India. These synergies and complementarities have ensured that trade and investment flows between the two countries can be mutually beneficial. India ranks today as Taiwan's 14th largest export destination and 18th largest source of imports. India is now booming and therefore has become a wonderful hotspot for Taiwanese companies, particularly in manufacturing. Taiwanese manufacturers are entering a new phase of investment in Indian market, which will bring India even more significantly into the global supply chain. At present, there are more than 160 Taiwanese companies in India, and the products they manufacture include mobile phones, netcom equipment, industrial computers, etc., and with significant investment in the fields of ICT, medical devices, automobile components, machinery, steel, electronics, construction, engineering, financial services, and many more. India has achieved some success in the past 5 years in electronics manufacturing, which has taken us from $29 billion of manufacturing per year to more than $70 billion. And our friends from Taiwan have played a very good role in this. India and Taiwan share several economic and commercial interests. For Taiwanese businesses, India offers a big, unsaturated market, a significantly growing market for exports as well as for skilled workers for manufacturing. Taiwan's strong performance in IT hardware complements India's software capabilities. India's domestic market has tremendous potential, and Taiwanese companies are welcome to invest in India, to design and manufacture products in India, and cater to the market here. Even more important, they can also use India as an export hub to take their products to markets across the globe. We in India have set ourselves a very ambitious target of becoming a $1 trillion digital economy in the next 6 years, with a target in electronic manufacturing worth over $400 billion. This represents a huge opportunity for Taiwan to meet not only the domestic Indian demand, but also growth of Taiwanese industry in India in the process. Even during the COVID pandemic, India's effort to bring more electronic manufacturing into the country did not slow down. In fact, on 1st of April this year, in the middle of the most stringent pandemic, in the middle of the most stringent lockdown, we unveiled 3 schemes: production-linked incentive, a scheme for promotion of electronic components and semiconductors, and a new look electronic manufacturing cluster 2.0. We are very happy to mention that some of the finest companies, some of the largest manufacturers globally of mobile phones, of very sophisticated mobile phones, responded to our invitation and are making India their home for manufacturing. Among these, out of 5 major companies that have come in and are bringing in investments, are bringing in very large scale manufacturing of sophisticated mobile phones in India, for India and for the world, 4 out of 5 companies are from Taiwan. It is really a delight for me to be addressing our friends in Taiwan today. 2 of these companies belong to Foxconn, one is Wistron, and the 4th one is Pegatron. For the first time, we are very happy to receive a commitment from Pegatron to come in and bring large-scale manufacturing into India. Apart from Samsung, these are the 4 companies that have come in with plans to manufacture almost $140 billion worth of electronic goods in India over the next 4 years, out of which around $84 billion worth of mobile phones would be exported, and more than 60% of the production would be for exports. So this brings in tremendous impetus to Indian manufacturing. Many other companies from India are also participating in this effort. Several companies are also getting into component manufacturing to supply this huge demand that will be there for electronic components, for PCBs, for sub-assemblies of various kinds. And we are very happy to welcome all of you. Very shortly, we will be coming out into the market again for more companies that participate in component manufacturing to cater to this huge requirement from these large-scale manufacturing operations. in addition to the production-linked incentive, we have very special incentives, especially for component manufacturers and for semiconductors. Apart from capex subsidy that we provide in a particular scheme, we also provide production-linked incentive of 6%, 5%, 4% over the next 4 years for component manufacturing especially. We are very keen that a full spectrum of components get manufactured in India, catering not just to sophisticated mobile phones, but to all the other verticals of electronics. There is huge impetus today in electronic manufacturing. Government of India is also bringing out production-linked incentive for electronics, in automotive electronics, in medical devices, in defense and strategic electronics, in several branches or several product segments of consumer electronics and industrial electronics. It's really a time for serious manufacturers to come in, make India their home for manufacturing operations and be a part of this huge and growing market. We are also very happy to mention that India is now poised to adopt advanced manufacturing practices for ATMP and getting ready to attract a silicon wafer fab or foundries in India. Yesterday, we have announced an invitation for an expression of interest from Indian as well as foreign companies and consortia that are interested in setting up silicon wafer fabs or foundries in India. Please do have a look at this. This is open till 31st of January next year, and we would welcome expression of interest that will help us create a proper scheme of incentives with which we can attract silicon wafer fab or foundries into India. We are also finding tremendous scope for growth in IoT, in 5G, in AR and VR, in additive manufacturing, and in several other new and growing technologies. There is a scope to come and not just manufacture, but also to design your products in India, and we greatly welcome you. We are at the cusp of very exciting times in Indo-Taiwan relationship, and Taiwan can play a very proactive role in stitching together development projects under the Digital India initiative. This is a time to be a part of this huge growth that we are seeing in India. I once again take this opportunity to welcome all our friends from the Taiwan industry who are global leaders in electronic manufacturing to invest in India, to be a part of our ecosystem here. You are our cherished guests, you are our cherished friends, and we welcome you to India once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Shwani, and we are happy to see you from India, and of course, we hope to see you in person soon. So now, still our distinguished guests from India, I'm going to introduce you and welcome the Ambassador Ge Baoshen of Taipei Economic and Cultural Center to say his remarks. Welcome.
Minister Tian, Deputy DG Li, Secretary Sony, Director General Das, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste. Today, on behalf of the Taipei Economic Cultural Center in India, I would like to congratulate the Bureau of Foreign Trade and TAITRA for launching another Taiwan Expo in India. I understand we started this Taiwan Expo in India in 2018, and it has proved to be a very useful platform for the Indian and Taiwanese business communities to engage with each other. This year, COVID-19 has made international traveling almost impossible. Instead of a physical gathering, Taiwan Expo goes virtual, incorporating cutting-edge technologies to simulate immersive experience. The online exhibition will provide the opportunities for suppliers to connect with the buyers. Trade and investment are complementary. With a sizable domestic market and a large, young, and talented workforce, India has been very proactive in seeking global partners to join its Make in India policy, and we believe Taiwan is an ideal candidate to work with. Taiwanese enterprises have especially further seen the potential of India as an investment destination after the government of India launched a couple of new incentives that will help attract further foreign direct investment in India. We therefore expect to see more Taiwanese enterprises to expand their investments in India in the years ahead, which will certainly be conducive to more bilateral trade between our two sides. My mission in India is looking forward to seeing more economic cooperation between our two countries through Taiwan Expo. I wish today's event a great success and every participant healthy in the coming year of the ox. Thank you.
Ambassador. And now we're moving back to Taipei here on site the event. So now please join me in welcoming Mr. Goran Kaladas on stage. Thank you very much. Mr. Goran Kaladas is from the Director of General of India Taipei Association.
Chairman James Huang of TAITRA and other colleagues from TAITRA, Deputy Foreign Minister Ambassador Tian, Dr. Lee, friends from the Legislative Yuan, friends from business, and the people joining from India, my distinguished colleagues, and also my counterpart, Ambassador Ge. I'm extremely delighted to join you here today for the third edition of the Taiwan Expo India. I appreciate TAITRA's continuing effort to promote business connection with India, and I must congratulate it on maintaining such strong effort this year despite the challenge of the pandemic. Even as the intended venue of New Delhi, the traditional venue of Taiwan Expo India, has shifted online, and the physical meeting rooms have been transformed into virtual reality business matchmaking events. I have seen no lack of enthusiasm on part of Chairman Huang and his colleagues in TAITRA. In fact, I have seen a new urge for digital creativity, and this is something that I am particularly delighted to see here today with my own eyes. In the last 2 years, Taiwan Expo has emerged as a unique B2B and B2C matchmaking platform in India. It has demonstrated the numerous advantages that Taiwanese industry has to Indian users, and thereby creating many new business opportunities. Taiwan, as we all know, has always been a trade-driven economy, and it has carved a niche for itself in the global trade, moving up the value chain and gradually emerging as key players operating globally with huge investment abroad. Taiwan's excellence in many sectors, be it in the smart cities, green and biotechnology, agri-technology, health care and medicine, could be of immense interest to India. And I was particularly delighted to see the new sectors that will be focused for Taiwan Expo 2020. Taiwan's export resilience was proven once again this year when it quickly stood forth to supply much-needed anti-pandemic items to the whole world, including to India, punching well above its weight. TAITRA has played a key role in that process, and I must place on record our appreciation to Chairman Huang and his colleagues at TAITRA for quickly helping identify Taiwanese sources of supply of critical components used in the manufacture of anti-pandemic products like ventilators in India. Taiwan-India trade, which is roughly about $6 to $7 billion per year, is still quite small compared to the potential that we have. But we are delighted that the trend of rising Taiwan manufacturing investment into India has begun very seriously this year. And we are confident that this will open up many more trading opportunities through more robust and more direct supply chain connections. In our attempt to diversify our trade basket and to make it more sustainable, we see trade with Taiwan as a very strategic value. In both trade and investment, we see TAITRA as a valuable partner for us. Therefore, it is no surprise that it is an MOU partner for both ITPO, which is India's trade promotion organization, and Investment India, which is India's top investment facilitation agency. And I'm happy to see their counterparts today also joining online for this forum. Beyond business and trade, of course, the Taiwan Expo has also served as an occasion to deepen exchanges of talent, of education, of tourism, and culture between India and Taiwan. This year, of course, much of that valuable people-to-people exchanges have come to a forced halt for reasons that are beyond our control. But I am also particularly moved that TAITRA continues their effort in this direction, and I think today we will get to see some glimpse of that as well. So, in all, Taiwan Expo has not only connected India and Taiwan through business and commercial ties, not only by facilitating better understanding about India and about Taiwan among the business communities of both sides, but also going beyond the call of duty for which TAITRA was created and to create a true platform for people-to-people interaction. I think today, as we discover each other's strengths online, I think the prospects for much better understanding and a true reality check through the virtual reality will be in front of us. With that, I wish success and all accomplishments to the Taiwan Expo 2020 and wish everyone a very happy and healthy year ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Das. So of course, once again, we mentioned that we face some challenge. We also create some new opportunities. And now we are going live to New Delhi again. So please, next join me. Let me introduce Mr. Rajesh Agra, Executive Director of India Trade Promotion Association. Please. Sir, we could not hear you. Can you turn off the microphone? Thank you very much. Okay, yes, we are online. We are ready now. Okay, and again, once again, please, let's welcome Mr. Rajesh Agra. Now you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. A very good afternoon to all of you. Chairman TAITRA, Mr. James Wong, Deputy Minister from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Taiwan, Secretary Mighty Government of India, our colleagues from India who are connected virtually, our friends from Taiwan who are present at the venue there, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I am pleased to be part here of the inaugural ceremony of this 3-day exclusive event of Taiwan Expo 2020 in an online format. I am really glad to note that despite the COVID-19 pandemic, TAITRA has taken this initiative to carry on the Taiwan Expo, which was started way back in 2018, carry on that legacy and see that all the interaction that they have been promoting between India and Taiwan business community carries on in a virtual, on an online mode, even during these COVID times. On behalf of ITPO, I warmly acknowledge the role being played by TAITRA under the able leadership of their chairman, Mr. Huang, for promotion of Indo-Taiwanese relationship, business relationships to a newer heights. We can see the outcome in the form of the trade growth that was talked about, the six-fold growth that was talked about by Secretary Meti over last 2 decades. And I think the the initiative of TAITRA to start this Taiwan Expo in 2018 will go a long way in supporting the Make in India initiative of our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and it will help in promoting Taiwanese FDI in India and promoting manufacturing, which has been one of the objectives of Make in India policy. I compliment TAITRA to be able to bring in more than 120 exhibitors in this online format and with six special focused categories: medical and healthcare, lifestyle and beauty, charming Formosa, premium selection, precision industry, and smart tech. I am confident that with more than 200 Indian business visitors already registered for this meet and more may be joining over this 3 days online format, they will immensely benefit with the business interactions in virtual mode and create new business alliances, joint ventures, and investment opportunities for both the countries. I think the trade expositions in the form of trade shows and trade expos play a very important role in promotion of trade worldwide. And ITPO has been doing this for last 4 decades. And I feel with TAITRA joining hands with ITPO under a long-standing memorandum of understanding, we will together be able to take this Indo-Taiwanese business relations to a greater height. ITPO has also been part of the Taiwanese Expo, and we have participated in Food Taipei Expo held in 2019 at Taiwan. And we look forward to future opportunities also to be part of the Taiwan's landscape and take Indian industry there to showcase the emerging technologies and the products that Indian industry can offer for the Taiwanese market. I will also I'm very happy to inform the gathering here that India Trade Promotion Organization has taken up an ambitious plan to redevelop its landmark exhibition ground, Pragati Maidan, into a modern state-of-art international exhibition convention center. I hope that we are hopeful that this ICC complex will be ready in next 9 to 12 months, and we look forward that next Taiwan Expo in 2021 will come back to Pragati Maidan in its full glory. We look forward to working with TAITRA to see that we can together grow Taiwan Expo in India and together also participate in similar expos in Taiwan to boost business relationship between the two countries. On behalf of ITPO, I convey my best wishes to the organizers and all the distinguished guests and participants from Taiwan for a resounding success of this Taiwan Expo 2020. I am confident that apart from creating general awareness about different products and services from Taiwan, the event will be meaningful for strengthening Indo-Taiwan business relationship. As a trade promotion organization, I feel these kind of online virtual events will also help us understand what role technology can play in our future events when in a post-COVID pandemic world, we can use more of technology into our exhibition formats, trade shows that we hold across in India and abroad. Because adoption of technology in any sector will only lead to better efficiencies and better outcomes. ITPO believes in that, and I feel whatever are the learnings outcome of this virtual event, 3-day event that is being held, we will together be able to learn from it and maybe replicate some of it in our future events which are held across 2021. My warmest wishes to all the stakeholders of the Taiwan Expo 2020. Look forward to having you all here at Pragati Maidan in 2021. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Agrawa, for joining us online today. And we have one more friend from India. Now I would like to introduce Mr. Deepak Bagla, Managing Director and CEO of Invest India. Let's welcome him to have his remarks. Welcome.
Thank you. A very good morning from New Delhi and good afternoon to all our friends and business partners in Taiwan. Chairman Huang, always a pleasure to see you. Your entire support for our partnership is very, very special. And I must congratulate you and your entire team for organizing this for us today. I can feel the energy for all of you sitting there. And as Mr. Rajiv Agrawal said, we are looking forward to seeing you all here next year in person again. Deputy Minister Tian, your support and your guidance has been of much value to us. You know, this relationship has really progressed so far and so fast. And a lot of it has to do with you and your entire support for it. And we look forward to continued support from you and to take it forward. You mentioned about the complementarities between this relationship. Well, the new opportunities coming up further strengthen those complementarities for our two countries. And I'm sure we'll be taking it forward. And you know, Deputy Minister Tian, Secretary Mr. Soni mentioned about the huge interaction we've had on the electronic side, which is one of the biggest opportunities we have in India, but I will share with you a little more of some of the other opportunities which are there. Ambassador Mr. Gair, such a pleasure to have you in Delhi with us. There's much to do and we look forward to your support and guidance on that one. And my friend Dr. Lee, always good to see you and we miss you in Delhi. But we are good to have you there with us as our partner and to take it forward. So let me very quickly first thank each and every one who's with us today and our special friends from Taiwan for all the support you've given to us, especially during our tough times of this pandemic. You know, this virus is just changing our entire lives. And I must say, we've got tremendous support from a lot of our partners from Taiwan, and especially those 160 plus companies which are already in India, and from you and from the government. The good news here is that the early lockdown, which was a very important decision taken by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi, is helping us in a situation where we are now all set, hopefully, to come out of this pandemic in a very early manner. Chances are that it will be out as a V, and as the IMF predicts, they are looking at us to retain our position as being the top fastest growing large economy on the planet. And by 2021, looking at an 8.8 to 9% growth. In fact, many of the others, including the Bank of America and other forecasts, are looking at that number coming out of India. So the interesting thing there is that we are well on the road to look at ourselves, which is a $3 trillion economy, to get to our 10 trillion goal by 2030. That means in the next 10 years, we will be adding $7 trillion to the balance sheets of all our partners who are partners with us in this growth. And one of those special partners is Taiwan. So frankly, there is much to do on that. And the very fact that the entire effort of the government here has been to create an easier journey for the investor. And as the Prime Minister's objective has been to make it the most preferred destination in the world, let me just share a statistic with you. We closed 31st March this year, which is the end of our financial year, with an FDI of $74 billion. It's the highest ever we've got in our history. But what's more interesting, that from the 1st of April until October, we've already got $40 billion in the midst of this lockdown. And it is very interesting that we are seeing a large level of this activity also being propelled by our partners from Taiwan. India does offer an unprecedented market opportunity. The complementarity for businesses to grow their balance sheets is now possible with their partnership with India. And India now is one of the most preferred greenfield destinations in the world. You'll be happy to note that, as you know, we have a special team to handhold each and every of our company and partner and investing partner coming in from Taiwan. This special team comprises of total investment specialists from my partners at TAITRA and from Invest India. Let me just share a few statistics with you on that. The team so far has currently done 81 business requests. But what is very interesting and heartening is that these 81 business requests span across 16 sectors. Dr. Lee, I remember when you were here and you and I used to sit down in that office and we used to look at it, and these was just about 7 or 8 sectors, and see how fast this relationship is growing both in breadth and depth. That from those 6 or 7 sectors today, we have this relationship getting engaged over 16 sectors. And let me quickly go down through those sectors just for everyone's information: auto components, biotechnology, capital goods, chemicals, consumer goods, electronic vehicles, energy, ESDM, electronic systems. We had the secretary mention to us about the huge interest which we've seen recently: food processing, healthcare, IT, media and entertainment, a very interesting one, retail and e-commerce, space, textiles and garments, and you know which is the most recent one which got added last week? Bamboo. From cultivation to R&D to furniture, from our entire northeastern side. So this relationship is growing in every which way. To my mind, I think this story has only just begun, and it has a very long way to go. So ladies and gentlemen, and to everyone who's with us on this platform, in reality and in the virtual world, let me first congratulate all of you to bring this relationship and to further strengthen it in such a manner. And also to keep ourselves the objective that we still have a long way to go to meet the potential, which together, the people of Taiwan and the people of India, to work together, not just to make the best for Taiwan and India, but the entire world. Thank you very much for having us. We really cherish our partnership, and let me congratulate TAITRA and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Economic Affairs for helping getting this entire movement together and to get us all together. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mr. Bagla, for joining us online. Thank you very much. And now let's welcome Dr. Li Guanzhi in Taipei, the Deputy Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs. Welcome.
A very good afternoon, all the friends in Taiwan and in India. First of all, let me welcome your warm and strong support for continuing participating in Taiwan Expo India this year. Especially as one of co-organizers of Taiwan Expo, I would like to join Chairman Huang and the Deputy Foreign Minister Tian and DG Das, Chairman Chuang, Legislator Wen, and all the distinguished business leaders here in Taiwan to welcome our Indian friends to participate in this event. 2020 is a remarkable, challenging year in history. This year, we continue to have the Taiwan Expo India based on the digital technology and the digital creativities. We firmly believe that through the wider adoption of the state-of-the-art technologies, both sides, we can find more creative ways to showcase the insight and the strengths of our business and the industries. As our good friends in India, Secretary Soni, and also the Managing Director Bagla and the Executive Director Agarwal from ITPO also mentioned, the India with huge potentials for Taiwan, and also based on the complementarities of the economic development, there's a huge potential for both sides to further adopt technologies and find numerous sectors for trade, for investment. And we have seen a very eye-catching growth of trade and also Taiwan's investment in India. Based on that, we're looking forward to more collaborations in industries, especially in the future. How can we build a very resilient supply chain collaborations and also to jointly face the common challenges by COVID pandemic? I think that's also very important and significant lessons for both sides. And we also believe that in the future, our collaborations, not only based on the trade and the investment and the industries, but also we can find more rooms, more aspects for the enhancement of the welfare of our people, and also the potentials for the development of our peoples. And I would like to congratulate ITPO's support for this Taiwan Expo India's already for 3 years. And your support gives us a very strong support, and we are confident that next year and also the year future will continue to have the Taiwan Expo. No matter it's the online version or it's the physical exhibition in India, will bring the best part of Taiwan, the best part of our people to India to engage with our Indian friends. Once again, I thank the support from our Taiwanese friends and the Indian friends, and look forward to a very fruitful by the end of this year, and that's us to keep health and also to keep the confidence to embrace the prosperity next year. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Thank you for your remarks. And this is not just about the opening ceremony yet. We still prepare a surprise for you, for our guests online and also on site. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, and our friends online in India, please join me in welcoming the chairman of TAITRA, James Huang, on stage again. Let's wait for the surprise, and let's wait for the chairman to reveal it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we finish the opening ceremony, there's one more thing I would like to share with you. And you probably all know that TAITRA, here at TAITRA, we have been trying our best to promote closer India and Taiwan cooperation in the past 3 years. So one small undertaking of our endeavors was that 2 years ago, we invited an award-winning Magna artist, Master Ruan Guangmin. Please stand up, be recognized. And Master Ruan is very, very famous in Taiwan and well-recognized Magna author. And we invited Master Ruan for a book about India. And for that purpose, Master Ruan personally visited India 2 years ago to experience the country, the culture, and the people, and the society. And after coming back from India, and he created the book, An Incredible Journey to India, based on true stories of Taiwanese female entrepreneurs, real life, and their business adventure in India. And today we have 3 real characters of the comic book here joining us. Ms.
Welcome.
Gong Ziqi of Qiyang Technology, CEO of Qiyang Technology, and Ms. Diana Liu, chairperson of Chuncheng Enterprise, and her wonderful husband and my best friend, Shankar.
Welcome.
Thank you. So the book, both Ms. Gong and Ms. Liu, they are the students of TAITRA's CEO Training Academy. So the book is actually based on their true experience and their true story in India. So everything about the book is true, except the handsome and charming Indian male character. And so the love story is a little bit fictional, but maybe, who knows, maybe it will come true in the future for Ms. Gong Ziqi. So I would like to invite Master Ma and my three good friends to join us for the preview of the book, An Incredible Journey to India.
Wow, what a wonderful story.
Thank you.
And now we invite our 5 guests, including Chairman Huang, to go on the center of the stage to have a group photo together. And this is a true land. India is truly a land for opportunities and possibilities. Okay, and the book is definitely a must-have for those who are eager to know more about incredible India. Okay, so everybody now look to the center, to the camera together. Sorry for that. Okay. Okay, for one more shot to the back of the venues, we have some video shooting there for the news media. Namaste again. Thank you very much. Okay, now please remain on stage. We're going to welcome all the distinguished guests on stage. For the following guests to go on stage for our group photo together. First of all, let's welcome Dr. Li Guanzhi, the Deputy Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, and also Deputy Minister of MOFA, Tian Zhongguang. And then we're going to welcome legislator Wen Yuxia and also Director General of India Taipei Association, Mr. Gulagala Das. And also the distinguished guests, please, everybody, we can go on stage to have our group photo together with Taj Mahal and also our distinguished and significant architecture from India today. And of course, with the background of the incredible journey to India, the book released today. Okay, so we have so many important distinguished guests with us today. Now we are going to have the first photo shoot together. Okay, we are ready to take the first photo shoot. Let's look to the center of the camera together. Okay, and then the second one, let's have a namaste together. Thank you very much. And the last one, please look to the back to the room. We have some news media from the TV station. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Chairman Huang, and thank you, Dr. Li, and also the Deputy Minister of MOFA. Thank you, Mr. Tian, and everyone to join us for the opening ceremony today. Of course, we wish Taiwan Expo 2020 in India will be a huge success. And the ceremony may come to the end, but the show has just begun. I wish you all the best and hope you enjoy the online exhibition. Thank you and goodbye, our online friends. Thank you very much. And to our on-site friends, we have some bonus for you. Now we are going to have a VIP tour to the other side to visit Taiwan Expo India.